For the past few years, SeaWorld has received quite the backlash since the release of the documentary Blackfish, and we, the trainers here at SeaWorld, would like to answer some questions honestly and openly with our guests.
Question number 1. How are the orcas at SeaWorld? Well, if we are being honest, they are borderline psychotic. Sitting in a tiny pool with nothing to do, constantly being attacked by your tank mates, and being separated from your family would drive you a little insane, wouldn't it? It's no wonder why our whales have attacked and even killed our own trainers. Now we have to have a physical barrier and wear a vest in case the orcas lunge at us. We even blame Don Brancho, a senior trainer who was killed back in 2010 by Tillicum. Second question. What do the whales do between shows? Good question. They basically do nothing. Oftentimes they just float, swim countless circles around their pools, or if they are really stressed out, they do many behaviors that result in suicide, such as ramming their heads in the gates, beaching themselves, or chewing on the walls and eating the paint. Sometimes they'll even attack each other, like that one time Candu rammed into another orca and bled out, leaving her 1-year-old calf, Orchid, an orphan. Question number 3. Where do baby orcas come from? After the government prevented us from capturing wild orcas, we started breeding them artificially. Many baby orcas died before their first birthday because the orcas are in fact inbred. For example, SeaWorld has bred Katina and Taku, who are mother and son. Did we also mention that we also separate the mothers from their babies? The mothers literally go insane and start crying and screaming out for their babies. But they will never see each other again for the rest of their lives, and they don't even get to live in the same state. Question number 4. How long do orcas live? In the wild, orcas can live to be 80 years old. The longest living orca was Granny, who lived to be 105. In captivity, orcas are lucky to live in their 30s. 42 orcas have died at SeaWorld, and not a single orca has died of old age. Orcas typically die of illness and will literally rot in their tanks from skin lesions. Kasaka, for example, was a female orca who died from bacterial infections and was one of the worst cases biologists has seen in captive whales. That's all the time we have for today. Tune in next week when we talk about how we starve our own orcas so they will perform for us. And remember, their enslavement is your entertainment.